everybody, and welcome to Positively Kimmie. Today, if you want to know how I got this eye look by using this palette, join me and let's get started. Hi everyone, and welcome to Positively Kimmie. I am Kimmie. If you are new here, welcome. This is a safe space. And if you're one of my returning subscribers and my besties, hi guys, how are you? I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Happy New Year. I hope you all had a wonderful New Year, a terrific holiday season. I hope the New Year has been good to you thus far. And welcome to Makeup Monday, where I'm going to do an eye look using the Wonder Beauty palette. Who is this? The company, it's Wonder Beauty is the company. And the eyeshadow palette is, I have no idea how to say it. Palette de Fauds, and it's in French. I don't know how to say that. But it's such a pretty palette. It has a mirror. And it has all these really pretty shimmers and mattes and gorgeous colors. And we are just going to do a neutral look today. We're going to do something without some color. I'm going to do the browns and the golds. Maybe put a little green in there somewhere just to have a hint of my signature color. But it's a really pretty palette. So I'm going to zoom you in to about right there. Hopefully there's no lipstick. That is nice, Kim. You just smeared everything. Hopefully there's no lipstick on the teeth as of right now, and it will stay that way. The first thing I'm going to do is take my big fluffy brush by Sigma. It is the tapered blending brush, which is my E40 Max. It looks like this. Yes, they've been washed. Isn't that amazing? And I'm going to go all over my eyelid with this first shade right here, Jen, because it's a bone color, and we're going to go up to the brow, and this will help the eyeshadow blend better when you put another color on top of it. You know, just a base down on top of it. I had my eyebrows done, and I didn't do anything to them today, so they're just plain, no makeup on them. So we did that, and that's a powder for your powders to grip onto. But there was primer on the eyes also. But not only that, now when you go to blend out your eyeshadow, if you're having problems blending it out, it will be easier to blend. So I always like to start with a lighter color first. And this palette, that was the lightest shade. So I'm going to go into Mandy, which is this shade right here. And I'm going to go above my crease. It's a very powdery palette, you know, and I'm going to go above the lid right here. So if you have hooded eyes, you want to open your eye like this and put it above that, and that's so people will be able to see the gradient. I'm going to add a little bit more because I want that a little bit deeper. And you're going to flick it upwards. And we're going to do the same thing on the other eye. Go right up there. This is not as pigmented as I thought it was going to be. But it's also a much older palette. It probably needed to be decluttered. Oh, that's pretty. That's the color I was hoping for on the other side. It probably needs to be decluttered because it's definitely an older palette of mine. I think I got this when BoxyCharm was still BoxyCharm, you know, but, you know, I didn't use it that often. I didn't find it very inspiring at the time, and now I look at it and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So obviously my tastes are changing a little bit, or a lot actually. Now I'm going to go in with a smaller brush, and this is my E30, Sigma E30 diffused crease brush, because we're going to go into the crease, and we're also going to do on an angle in the inner third with this, and we're going to go in with the shade Elizabeth, which is this deep chocolate mocha color down there, and we're going to pack this on, and we're going to go like this right here. It's not And we're going to go in the crease. So you can either tap it on first and then blend, but this is not getting a lot of fallout in this color. Now I remember why I wasn't crazy about this palette. But you know what? We're going to make it work. And then we're going to declutter this one, I think. I have an attachment to all of my palettes. And I just had a giveaway. Congratulations to my 2 giveaway winners, Vonda and Mary. I hope you will be getting your packages soon. I know Vonda's was mailed out a little while ago, a couple days ago. And she should be getting it, I would say, by the end of the week, no later than that. And Mary is in Pakistan. And boy, did I learn a lesson. I will not be doing international giveaways for quite a while. It was a very expensive lesson I learned. And I never thought to say that it wasn't open to international users. But it cost an arm and a leg to send that out. So I hope you enjoy, Mary, I hope you enjoy your palettes that were sent to you. And I hope you both get a lot of use out of them and that you are, you know, just celebrating the fact that your new year started with a win. I'm sorry not everybody could win. There were so many more people I wanted to give things to. And I could have probably cut down the giveaway a little bit small, made it a little smaller. But I wanted to start off the new year, like, really just lifting everyone's spirits up, you know? We don't do that enough. You know, we definitely don't. You know, kindness is something that is free and it's so easy to give. And unfortunately, a lot of people forget about that. So even though something cost me more than I was planning, would have liked to have spent, as long as it puts a smile on your face, that's all that matters to me. Can't smile when you're putting this on, okay? So this is a lot of blending, and I think I have it where I like it now. I'm not going to go under my eyes. I sometimes do that, sometimes I don't. But my lashes are long on the bottom, so it doesn't always look nice on me when I do that. And you can just clean it up as you go along. I'm just going to get a little bit more in that crease and tap that on without adding more on my brush. And now I'm going to use the NYX Glitter Glue. We're only doing 3 shades of this palette. And I'm going to put this on just a little bit. I put too much on most times, but you just need a little bit. And we're going to take our smudge brush right here, or flat brush actually, and we are going to, this one needs to be cleaned off a little bit better, but they were all cleaned. And that was what I did for Self-Care Sunday, was cleaning my brushes. It just made me happy that I was able to get something done that's needed to be done for so long. Okay, and we're just putting that on. Got a little color there. And what I'm going to be doing, I want to just do a nice light color on my eyes. So I'm going to go in with Lindsay P, which is right here. And she is so pretty. I'm going to put it on with my finger. And she's this stunning gold. Look at that shimmer. It's so pretty. Like I said, this is definitely going to be decluttered because I think it's just expired at this point. And I'm having a harder time getting the look that I want with this than I was hoping I would. So that's nice. And now we're going to go in on the other side. Look at that. Isn't that pretty when you see a shimmer like that? I mean, doesn't it just make your day so much better? Okay, and that's really pretty. And I think what I want, said I was going to use 3 colors, and this would have been the look. I'm going to go in with another fluffy brush that's clean. And we're just going to just blend all this together so we don't have any harsh edges. And do that. And just, you know, diffuse the edges a little bit is what you want to do. I know when I was younger, you wanted, in the 80s, like the harsh edges and the lines and the geometric shapes and stuff, which is now out of date. People don't want to do that anymore. And I, for one, am glad of that. I forgot to bring a makeup wipe for my hands. So I now want to use a little bit of the green, and it's called Noreen. I'm going to put it under my eye. So I'm going to use my little smudgy brush, which is right here, and it's a smudge brush. And that's the tip. And we're going with the green, which was on this. And we're going to start at the inner corner. And go out, because if you start at the outer corner and go in, you could get a whole poof of stuff right there. Go up and just add it, you know, attach it to the corner. I'm going to do the same on this eye right here. I'm having such a hard time with this palette. I'm going under my lashes. I'm really so unhappy with this look today. I mean, I think the look's coming out pretty. I just think it's taking me a lot to get it to where I want it to be. And look how it just lights your eyes up. Like, it's just so, so pretty. But yeah, she's a goner. Okay. And almost did it. Almost had a whole thing without lipstick on the teeth. This is the look. I'm going to put mascara on and eyeliner, and I will be right back. Okay, so this is the look I came up with. It took us a lot of work to get there today. It took us a lot of work to get there. But that's what happens sometimes when you have an older palette that's expired. I think this, let me see if there's a date on here. I know it was only good for 12 months. And it says the weight, and it was made in Taiwan. WanderBeauty.com, 12 months. It does not have a date on this, where it says like January of whatever. But I think it's time to go. Like I said, I think it was in one of the very first BoxyCharm boxes that I got when it was called BoxyCharm. So it's definitely a long time been coming, and it's so pretty. The color story is so pretty, and I just love the shimmers in it, and the greens and the bronze. You know, it's a very neutral color palette, and it's a shame I'm going to have to declutter her, but I am sure for 2026 I'm going to start getting rid of some things that no longer suit me. Anyway, having said that, I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, and be happy, be healthy, be blessed, but most of all, be positively you, because there's no one else quite like you, and that makes me so incredibly happy. Mwah. Love you guys. You rock. Almost had to the end. Bye.